Holy shit, it works. It's alive. It's alive. Oh fuck. I may be celebrating a little bit too early, but this right here, my friends, is the most beautiful sight I've ever seen. This is my home screen, my lock screen. It's the most beautiful sight I've ever seen because my computer is currently in the process of being upgraded. A lot of wires, a lot of parts that don't actually belong. It's an Acer computer. It's got a proprietary motherboard, which means you can't really upgrade the power supply without an adapter, and I got an adapter, and now I have to make it all fit, and it appears to be working. So yeah, drivers are updating right now, and I really don't know what to do about this. Put in a new graphics card. I got GTX 750 Ti in there right now, and I upgraded to a 500 watt power supply, which is completely overkill. This graphics card will operate under 300 watts, which is what I was originally packing in there. However, back in there is where the pins are to connect the power supply. Acer has a proprietary motherboard set up. Their connector ports for the power supply is only 12 pins, which is pretty much unheard of. So I had to find an adapter after numerous attempts and discovering things about my computer I didn't know before. I finally found an adapter, and now it appears that we're all working, we're all set up, we're ready to go. I just have to figure out a way to cram all this into that little tiny space up there, because I have all these cables over here that I don't need, and I don't know what to do with them. Because okay, here's the issue. I got, the box will fit in there, no problem. It's just all these cables. You don't want to have a bunch of stuff flopping around inside your computer. You need a lot of airspace. You need a lot of space for heat to travel and for the fans to actually blow it out. So just looking at this, for one, this whole connector thing right here, this bottom part, that's all the adapter that runs back down, goes all the way down to the motherboard. Then I have a PCI cord that runs from the graphics card back up to the power supply. So I have a lot of cabling, a whole lot of cabling in here, because the type of hardware that I'm putting in here now, it's not for a computer of this size. It's not, and this Acer was never meant to be a gaming computer, but slowly that's what it's turning itself into. Because I got an i7 quad-core processor. I'm not letting that go to waste. So I'm thinking the only real option here is pretty much what I've been doing recently. Was I'm leaving the side of my box off and just having this little fan just kind of keep the air circulating as well with the other internal fans, and just letting all these excess cables I'll just clip them to the top of my computer or something like that. So I'll be back in a minute with what I've come up with. Well, I guess that's about as clean as it's gonna get. All the excess cables I've got crammed up here. There's nothing up here. It's just the top of the disk drive. So it's gonna provide some insulation, that's for damn sure. But really, that's the only place I have for them. I've snaked the power cables down around the side here, and then down around the bottom, and then back up, and then down that way. That try to provide as much just free-flowing air room here as I can. But nevertheless, I'm probably just going to leave the side of my computer off, and or have it just kind of, because it does have vents, so maybe, well, I do have a temperature. Sorry, I needed both hands. I do have a temperature controlling or temperature monitoring program, so I'll just leave that running just to kind of keep an eye on the temperatures and see how it does.